ever thought any of these things about yourself? I'm not very smart. I wasn't very good in school. I'm too old to learn. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. If I couldn't learn in the classroom, there's no way I can learn on the computer. I'm not good with computers. How can I learn on the computer or on my phone? Now, obviously, I don't know you, but I would like to challenge these thoughts. There's a possibility that you might be wrong. So let's take a closer look. So if you believe I'm not very smart, I'd like to just challenge that right now. Let's take a look at this wheel. So first of all, we have word smart. So people who are smart this way, they're good with words, they're good with reading and writing, and a lot of people define smartness by this one. The next one is logic smart, and that is the people who are good with math. Usually we define whether or not a person is smart by if they're good at these two things, but there's a whole lot more out there. Next is nature smart. Some people are really smart. They just know how to live off the land. If they were to get lost in the woods, they would be able to survive. They're really good at harvesting off the land, hunting, fishing, trapping, etc. The next one is picture smart, and that is people who are really good at visualizing things. They may be really good artistically. They may be good carpenters because they can imagine how a house should look before they build it. And then there's body smart. There's people who are just often they're really good athletically. They're just natural athletes. There's music smart. There's people who can, maybe they take lessons, maybe they don't. They just pick up a guitar. They're really good singers, etc. Then we have people smart. There are some people who are just naturally really good at connecting with other people, working with other people, building strong relationships. And the last one is self-smart, and that is your ability to really understand yourself, what makes you tick, what you can do to get better, learn from your mistakes. I'm going to guess that you are strong in at least one of these areas, and probably several of them. So you might not be smart at the reading or the writing or the math, but that does not mean that you are not smart. Everybody is smart in some way. So maybe you agreed to the belief that you're not very good in school. I want to tell you a story about one of my relatives. My relative was undiagnosed as having dyslexia. He couldn't read because the letters appeared backwards and forwards. Now, nobody diagnosed back then. So he dropped out of school in grade 9 because he really hadn't learned how to read. By the time my relative was 19 years old, he started building his own house, which he still lives in today, and now he's in his 70s. So could somebody who's really not smart have built a house, a really good house that he still lives in? Some people are just not suited for that classroom setting. And some people had some pretty bad teachers, and so they may think they weren't good at learning at school, but maybe they just weren't good at learning with crummy teachers. Maybe you thought, I'm too old to learn. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.